You are watching or listening to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, bringing you your daily dose of business and technology to educate, empower, and inspire small business owners. Be sure to subscribe to the show today.
Muted. Welcome to another episode of Talk Business with Audrey. I'm your host, Audrey Bell Kearney, bringing you a daily dose of business and technology. So listen, I got a cool little device, a cool little tool that I found today. I'm going to be sharing with you how to use this AI tool to actually get some press mentions. So for those of you who don't know, and you may not have even thought about this, or you may have thought that, you know what, I need to get press, but I don't know how to get press. Getting press is one of the best ways for you to get your name out there. Now, let me say this, and this is what I've learned over the years. Getting press does not mean sales. That's not what that means. Getting press means that you get mentioned in a press piece. So it could be a magazine article, could be a blog post, could be a podcast episode. You know, it could be a news segment. That's what press is. It does not guarantee sales. However, it does guarantee that there is some awareness being brought to your company. And I'll give you a prime example. Some years ago, we were written up in like a bunch of magazines, but one of the magazines that somebody said we were written in, I think was Essence. I never saw that article. I know we were in Today's Black Woman, we were in Global Black Woman, we were in a bunch of newspaper articles, we were all over the place. None of that really equated to sales, which was interesting. So that's when I learned that PR, publicity, does not mean sales. It means awareness. So what does that mean for you? Well, this tool is going to tell you how to get press mentions. And if you have a website, now here's the thing, you don't want to get press mentions if you don't have a website, because it's going to be pretty much useless. Not your Instagram page, not your TikTok page. I mean, you could, but why would you want to drive the traffic to pages that you don't own? I was watching a video the other day about this young man. He was saying how he had an Instagram account with 500,000 followers, like 500,000. And Instagram took his site down, just took it down. And it said something about community guidelines, but they never said what it was. So for me, you know, that's like building your house on somebody else's land and you don't own the land. So if you're going to go out there and you're going to get press mentions about your company, you want to make sure that traffic is going back to your land, to your website. So don't do this. Don't get the tool yet if you're not ready to actually go out there and have a website so you can drive traffic back to your website. And I say that because it's probably a really powerful tool, because PR can be extremely powerful. If you have a website, it's going to allow you to get press mentions, and then those mentions are linked back to your website, which is what you want. That's going to help you rank inside of Google. If you don't have backlinks, that's a problem. And that's the reason I was looking for a tool to help me get backlinks. Now I have backlinks. I think I got almost 3,000 backlinks. That's really nothing compared to the fact that I have like over 1,000 episodes of my podcast out there. I should have, tens of thousands of backlinks, and I don't. So my goal right now is to get more backlinks. And the way to do that is to get press mentions. Now I was just written up in Voyage Atlanta last month, which gives me some backlinks to my website, which is what I'm trying to get, right? Backlinks to the website, because backlinks help you rank in Google. I've also been written up in some other magazines and publications, some podcasts, an online news site. So those are all backlinks, because what happens is when they put my domain name for Good Morning Gwinnett inside of the information as a link, it links back to Good Morning Gwinnett's website. I want more of those, because I need like tens of thousands of backlinks. So now Google can say, you know what, they're backlinking to this website. It must be a good website. And then Google starts to help you get more traffic too as well. So that's why I wanted to share this tool with you that I'm about to use, because I'm like, man, that's a pretty cool little tool. And it's AI. Y'all know this is business and technology, baby. This is business and technology. It is an AI tool that I'm going to use, and I'm going to share it with you so you can take a look at it too. And we can kind of walk through like what it does in a second. So I got to go to a commercial. Listen, I got to pay my sponsors. Can't mess around. I'm going to go to a commercial. I'll be right back at this commercial. Stay tuned.
Welcome to True Blue Services, your trusted partner for top-notch electrical solutions. At True Blue, we pride ourselves on quality and reliability. With a 4-year warranty, you can rest easy knowing your electrical needs are in expert hands. Electrical vehicle charging stations, we're certified for Tesla and ChargePoint, installing thousands from top brands like Loop and Clipper Creek. Call 404-372-1916 or visit www.trueblueservicesga.com. Use promo code TRUE62.
All right, welcome back. So this tool we're about to look at and review together is supposed to help you get press mentions in the press. So I'm excited to see what it looks like and how it's going to work for me. And maybe you guys can see how it could actually work for you. So I'm going to share my screen. So give me 1 second here. Let's do the share screen here. I want you to be able to see it with me. Share screen. All right, here we go. So I found this, I'm an AI junkie. So I'm always looking for things to make my business run a little bit more smoother. I can be more productive and I can drive more traffic to my website. So right now I'm on a 30-day plan for just driving traffic to the website. That's the first thing. Driving traffic to the website. And then the next 30 days, I'm going to be working on building up my podcast audience. That's the next thing. So right now, 30 days of just driving traffic to the website. I had to create a plan for what I'm trying to do because Good Morning Gwinnett is my 9 to 5 or 9 to 9, pretty much 9 to 9. So in order for me to do that, I wanted to make sure that I could actually, get the money that I need to move my business forward. So this website is pretty doggone cool. And it is going to be, I'm going to talk about how it's going to put. Okay, so what happens is it said get press mentions in 5 minutes a day, right? Which is kind of cool. Now, back in the day, Harrow, let me tell you about Harrow. Harrow started a long time ago, and it stands for help a reporter out, right? Because journalists are looking for good stories to tell, and they don't have time to search a lot. And when you send a press release in, for real, especially if you send a paper press release back, I don't even know who does it anymore. Back in the day, you could send a press release in, a paper press release, and they would pretty much read it. Then after technology kind of caught up and you can do press release online, your press release and your press kit went in the garbage. So fast forward to today, we got digital press release. But here's the thing. It's so many people out there now. It's so many good stories. So Harrow helped a reporter out. So you know what? Let's help the reporters find people. Let's help the people find reporters looking for stories. So this software has been pulling information from Harrow. On Harrow, there are journalists. Journalists put down, we're looking for, let's say I'm a podcast expert, right? And I'm a podcast, I don't know if I'm an expert, but I'm definitely in the podcasting space for a long time. And I talk a lot about podcasts. And speaking of that, I got to tell you about my Weekend Academy coming up. But anyway, so you go to Harrow, and back in the day, you go to Harrow, and they had the journalist email, right? Which I used to love. So we used to just collect all the emails and send out stuff. Now that it doesn't have the email for you, it has like some kind of Harrow email that goes to the journalist, but it's not their real email. Back in the day, before Harrow changed that, it was their real email. So you could just go through there and just collect the emails of all the journalists, and there were thousands. It's probably even more today. But right now, you go to Harrow, you look through the journalists, what journalists are looking for. They may be looking for a podcast expert. Sometimes that's an article. Sometimes a TV appearance. It just depends on what they're looking for. So you hit reply and you pitch to them what you're trying to do. Now, what's interesting about this software that I thought was pretty good. You go there. The leads come from Harrow, right? And what I thought was really, really cool. So you can see it's being used. It's being featured all over the place because it's really a great software. So you set up your professional bio. You want to do that. And then you got, you're going to be able to pitch hundreds of media outlets and post journal requests online, daily seeking. They're seeking insights. They're looking for you. They're looking for your expertise. They're looking for your opinion about certain things. You may be a trial attorney, and there may be a trial that's coming up, and they want a trial attorney to come on and give their 2 cents about what they think about the trial. If you're getting this lead in your inbox, in your email saying, hey, CBS is looking for you. They need you right now. You click the button and you go pitch them real quick. I think that's pretty doggone cool, right? And you get these leads every day, which I was like, yeah, this is nice. Now you have to check your email, people. This is one of the worst things ever. People that do not check their emails and they miss out on great opportunities. This is going to come to your email. If you do not check your email, you will not get the notification that they're looking for you to be on CBS, ABC, NBC, Blog Talk Radio, whatever it is they're looking for. If you don't check your email, you're going to miss it. All right. Also, This is going to allow you to engage with with reporters like really quick, but you got to be quick. Because some of those when they put out a filler like we're looking for this person and that person, if you're not quick, somebody's gonna beat you to the punch. That means you gotta check your email. The opportunities come in daily, which I thought it was pretty cool, and they're really, you can discover them based on who you are and what you do, right? No matter your industry, no matter your skill set, you could have been somebody who went through an abusive relationship, and there is an expert story coming up, and they want to add your 2 cents to the story, right? So they may have a psychologist on staff, they're doing a story with him, but they want to bring in a real person to tell their side of the story. You may have a book out. This is a great opportunity for you to say, you know what, let me pitch myself to this reporter who's going to have this guest on their show to give my story, because your story matters. Your story matters to reporters and journalists. It matters. And this is a great opportunity for you to do that. So discover telemedia opportunities every single day. They're going to come to your email box. If you don't check the email, you're going to miss it. So just know that. Let's go down a little further. So this platform, of course, is a GPT powered, right? Which I love that. Y'all know I love AI. I love all things tech, really. It's GPT powered. It finds your personalized matches with 96% less spam than Harrow emails. So you're going to get 96% less spam from these opportunities, right? I think that's amazing. Because now you know that when the email comes to your inbox, it's not just junk. It's a real opportunity for you to be featured on somebody's news site, somebody's TV show, somebody's radio show, somebody's podcast. Yeah, podcast too. I know a lot of y'all don't think podcast is media, but guess what? Right now I'm streaming to 7 platforms. It's media. I'm streaming live to 7. It's media. And then I'm going to take it. I'm going to syndicate it over to some other platforms to reach even more people, because this is media. So if someone says, hey, and I put out a filler yesterday, which I thought this was really interesting, looking for guests for my show, right? I would have thought that there would have been a lot of people saying, not yesterday, a couple of days ago, I was expecting like thousands of people to come be on my show so that we can talk like this. And we can talk about what they do. It was crazy. I had about 60 out of about 20, like 100. Like one of the groups of men had 450,000 people in it. It's nuts. Anyway, I digress. Podcast is media too. Video is media too. That's all media. Here's why: because you are reaching an audience that you wouldn't normally be able to reach, and they are a part of this media platform because we are media, right? We are media. All right. I talked about this earlier, domain authority. Like once you start to get all these backlinks to your website, it's going to allow you to get more domain authority with Google. Google is like the godfather of search. And if you're not searchable, nobody can find you. You're going to get that first mover notification. First mover notification means that soon as it come out, you get the notification first. Now, it's not you, it's you and a bunch of other folks, but you got to move on that. Now you'll be able to pitch what you pitch your story to them, because they say, you know what, we want somebody right now who is cooking and they're doing vegan cooking for Valentine's Day, right? If you know you do vegan cooking for Valentine's Day, you want to be the first one to pitch, but you want to send them a compelling pitch, right? And so that was pretty cool too. Multiple platforms, seamless integrated with Harrow and connectively with more platforms on the horizon. So right now, this Press Pulse is integrated with Harrow and connectively, but it's going to be integrated with more. That means more eyeballs to see you. That means more people to listen to your voice, right? API drafting, pitch drafting. You can generate a draft for your pitch with one click using AI-driven insights. Do you hear what I just said? Let me just say that again because somebody missed that. It's an AI pitch drafting. You can generate a draft for your pitch with one click using AI-driven insights. I love it. So when you get the notification that there's an opportunity for you to get pressed, now you can do a draft with AI, put your pitch together in this draft, and then you can just send it to them. I'm telling y'all, I think this is a game changer. You can start right now for $1, but here's how much it costs. And even with this, I'm looking at this like, man, I want the big one. I want the $29.95. And listen, I'm not getting paid. This is not an affiliate thing. This is just me saying this is a great tool. You may want to check this tool out, because if you're in business and you have a website, you want to get as much traffic back to your website as possible, unless your website is just information. See, my website is not just information. My website is like interactive. Like I'm actually building a AI tool to embed into the site to do more stuff. My site is an experience. That's because I'm extra. I don't want just a regular old boring site. My site is an experience. I want it to be an experience. So when people go to Good Morning Gwinnett, they can listen to podcasts, they can watch videos. They're going to be able to do some other stuff once I drop this other piece of AI that I'm creating inside the website. I'm excited about that. That's going to be probably by next week. It'll be in the site. Now they can go and move around a little bit different. I want an experience when you come to my site. Not everybody wants that. Everybody some people just it's just like a calling card. It's just like it's like a business card. I have a website, you go there, check me out. Me personally, I think that's a waste of real estate. If you have a website and you have a product or service, you should be blogging on that website. You should be creating content for that website. Why? Because it's going to help your website rank in the search engines. And when people go to look for your services, they can find you. If you just have a static website and nothing is happening, it's just like passing out a business card at a networking event. Only thing is, at least at the networking event, you're face to face with the person. On the website, on the internet, it's just there amongst billions of other sites. So who knows you're there? Because there are no link backs. There's no content being created. And so you're missing out on a huge opportunity. And I get it. You're solopreneur. You say, Audrey, I don't have time to do all that. They got tools for that, y'all. There are tools right now to help you do all the things I'm talking about. Auto blogging tools. There are tools for that. Now, yes, do you have to learn a little bit about something? Yeah, you do. Do you have to make a little bit of a financial investment? You do. But here's the thing. Do you want to make that investment to your business so you can grow quickly? I don't know about you. I do. So that's why I'm always looking for the best way to do everything. And the quickest and the fastest and, the most affordable. And right now, looking at these fees, these are pretty affordable. So let's see what you get in the $19 plan. So you get hyper-personalized opportunities, which means that opportunity is fit just for you. That's a you opportunity. Notification every morning. You get that every morning. But here's the thing. I'm going to tell you the difference in a second. 24/7 opportunity monitoring. So you can watch it's kind of like watching the board, kind of like watching the stock market, right? But you're watching the PR stock market board to see what opportunities, what press opportunities are popping up. It gives you domain authority data. Supports Harrods and Connectively. You got a 7-day free trial with no credit card needed. All right, now that's the $19 plan. You got a free trial with that. The $29 plan, which I still think is really, really good. Everything in the core, but this is the thing. You get you get notification mornings or 3 times a day. That's the difference. On the $19 plan, you only get it in the morning. On the $29 plan, you get notifications 3 times a day. Because here's the thing. Let's say there's a breaking news story in the news, right? And they want you, and they send out a blast. Hey, we're looking for this person to come on at 6 o'clock this evening on the 6 o'clock morning, the 6 o'clock evening news. If that's you, then you can jump in real quick and say, hey, let me pitch this real quick. So can I get myself on? I'll give you another story. So back in the day, when mompreneurs was just happening, there was 2 mompreneurs and they had been on my show. My show is, listen, I've been doing shows forever, y'all, 20 something years, I think 24 or 25. I've been in media for 24, 25 years. I had a radio show on traditional radio, and I had mompreneurs on. I think one of their names was Pat. I can't remember the other one name, but they were on my show as guests on my show. I did an interview with them and everything, but guess what happened? The John Walsh show, John Walsh. Remember John Walsh, his son passed away, he got kidnapped, and then he started the whole show about finding the predators and all that kind of stuff. That John Walsh. They had got called to be on his show. He needed somebody else, and guess who they called? They called me. So it was like 6 o'clock in the evening. I get a call like, hey, this is a producer from the John Walsh show. We would love for you to come in. We have you a segment tomorrow for you to be on the show. I'm like, what? How did they find me? Well, they found me because I had the mompreneurs on my show. They in turn referred me to John Walsh producers. John Walsh show called me. Guess what I did? I'm sitting up there, right? I didn't get a chance to be on the stage, but they gave me the microphone in the audience. I had my book that I had written in one hand looking crazy. I didn't care. I was shameless. And I had the dolls that I invented in the other hand. And I had the microphone and I was like this. And it was crazy because I remember I was living in Jersey at the time. This was a while ago, y'all. But people all the way from New Hampshire to Albany, Georgia saw me on the John Walsh show. Why? Because that was a nationally syndicated show. And I would have missed that opportunity had I not been able to get the phone call in time. Today is email. It's not coming via your telephone. It's coming via email. And if you miss the opportunity, you're going to miss out on a huge opportunity to be seen in the press. So same day opportunities, great. But 3 times a day, even better. The one-click, so the one-click pitch, look right here. One-click pitch drafting with AI is not a part of the $19 plan. That makes it all better by itself. Favorite media outlets and block lists, bonus ultimate PR outreach ebook, 7-day trial, 30-day risk-free money back guarantee. So then if you need enterprise, that means you're probably doing some stuff for your clients and stuff like that, which is cool. You know, you may be monitoring for your clients. You have a couple of clients, you're monitoring their stuff for them. So you can make sure that they get these stories these platforms to feature them. Right. So I think that's pretty cool. I love this tool. I just wanted to share it with you guys. We're going to go through some of the FAQs too, but I got to go back for 1 second. Hold on a minute, y'all. I know I'm over here multitasking. I got to go back for 1 second. I want to play. If you're thinking about starting a podcast and you don't know where to start, you're busy, you want to start this podcast, you know, maybe you're a dentist, maybe you're I got some questions. Hello from Ethiopia. How are you? Someone look, media. I'm on here doing a live and I just got invited to be on okay, Gashay. I hope I'm saying your name right, Gashay. I just got invited to be on Gashay's podcast. It's called The New Episode for Africa.com. Gashay, you don't know this, but I'm on a mission to get to Africa. So thank you for the invite. Please inbox me on LinkedIn and I'll be sure to listen, whatever I need to do. Never turn down a press opportunity. Never, ever. Mark Victor Hansen told me that. You know Mark Victor Hansen, he does Chicken Soup for the Soul. He's like one of the co-authors on the Chicken Soup for the Soul franchise. He was on my radio show 3 times. 3 times Mark was on the show. And the 3rd time I said to him, because my show was in Jersey at 7:30 on a Saturday morning, he lived in California. So that meant that he had to get up at 4:30 in the morning to do my show. On the 3rd time he was on my show, I said to him, let me ask you a question. My little show is here in Jersey. It reached Jersey and the 5 boroughs of New York. Why did you do it like 3 times? And he said, you never turn down a PR opportunity. You never know who you're going to reach because your audience is not my audience. So that gives me a step into your audience. And I was like, oh, wow. So for me, I don't turn down PR opportunities. I've missed two PR opportunities in my entire business career of 27 years by mistake. One, I was in church. And the guy was very unforgiving. He didn't care that I was in church. You know, I was 15 minutes late. I didn't miss it. I was like late. I might as well say I missed it. I was late. He didn't care. He was upset about that. And I get it because he had told people that I was going to be on the show. And so I was on time, but I was at church and I couldn't get out. That was one. The second time I was on a woman's show and she invited me to come on her show. And I was about 10 minutes late because some guy was pitching me like an exercise program in my living room. And I forgot about the show. So by the time I remembered, I went to go be on the show and she wouldn't let me in. So she was on Blog Talk Radio at the time where she could have easily just clicked the button and brought me on stage. She did not. She never rebooked me again. I was heartbroken. So now I pay close attention when somebody say, hey, we want to feature you. It just got featured in Voyage Atlanta. It took me a minute and I kept saying, listen, I'm coming. Took me a minute, but I got that done. And the story was printed last week, I think week before last. So Gashay, thank you so much. I hope I'm saying your name right. If I'm butchering it, please forgive me, but I will definitely come on your show. Yes. Especially because it's Africa. Yeah. And he's from Ethiopia. All right. Listen, I want to play this video. If you're thinking about starting a business, you want a podcast and you want some help, check this out.
Are you a dedicated professional like a dentist, lawyer, chiropractor, or doctor, feeling the weight of long hours and craving a change? Imagine reclaiming your time, gaining freedom to travel, and still earning well. Welcome to the Weekend Podcast Academy, exclusively designed for busy professionals seeking a transformative career pivot. Our weekend workshops empower you to launch your own podcast, ensuring your voice and message resonate far and wide. Learn how to leverage AI to assist you with your podcast. Join us, turn your weekend into the launchpad for a future where your voice matters and your life is exactly as you've dreamed. Enroll in the Weekend Podcast Academy today. Go to www.weekendpodcastacademy.com.
Welcome back. I'm your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney. This is Good Morning Gwinnett, your business and tech daily dose of business and tech. I'm getting there. I'm trying to get that right. So that was a video that I created for the Weekend Podcast Academy. And I created that because I talk to a lot of people who want to start a podcast. They work a 9 to 5. So you may not be a dentist or a lawyer, but you may work a 9 to 5. And you really want to start a podcast and you just have not figured out how to do it. I had someone, and what made me decide to go ahead and launch it was, and I do Podcast University every year, but I always do it like, sometimes during the middle of the week. There's a young lady who was at a networking event with me a couple of weeks ago, and she was like, I tried to go online and learn. I just can't. Please help me. And I had the same call last night. Please help me. And I was like, let me go ahead and change the stuff on the website and launch this academy. It's a 3-day academy starting on Friday. It's Friday, March the 22nd through March the 24th. It's 3 days. It's 90 minutes each day. You can learn everything that I know, and I've been doing this since 2009. All the reasons I failed and all the mistakes I've made, all the things that have been successful, what's working right now, how I'm monetizing right now. And that's really interesting. It's really interesting to find out how I'm monetizing. So I wanted to make sure that I shared that with you guys. So anyway, go to weekendpodcastacademy.com. It's going to take you to my Noise Podcast Network site, and you can register there. All right. Let's go back. I want to talk about some of the questions that people had about the software. What does a 30-day guarantee publicity mean? What does that mean? They said, we are committed to supporting businesses in their public relations efforts. If you submit at least 5 pitches within 30 days of utilizing PressPulse AI and do not secure a media feature, we guarantee a complete refund. So they guarantee that somebody is going to write about you. At least somebody's going to write about you in 30 days. I like that. Now that's a big guarantee, y'all, because the media is fickle. I got a call let me tell you something. I got an email from a big time media personality last week, right? And I told my husband and my daughter, and I was like, is this real? It was really real. It was from the producer. I'm talking about big time. And I was excited because they were saying, we're going to bring you on. We're going to bring you on Wednesday. I was excited. And then I'm like, I'm waiting. And they go, oh, we decided to do something else that Wednesday. We'll be back in touch with you. So I was like, oh, man, oh, crap. So, my daughter always says, she always says, what's for you won't miss you. So I had to roll with that. All right. You may be asking, hopefully they'll circle back. They say they would circle back and have me on the show. It's huge. They got like 1 million followers on YouTube. I'm like, what? Anyway, but that's because I put out a press release. Let me just say that they found out about what I was doing from a press release I put out back in early January. That's how they found me. I'm big on press releases. I used to put out so many press releases. And I'm talking about huge, y'all. I can't tell you who it is because I want to jinx it. But it's huge. They got millions of followers across all their platforms. And I'm like, what? I sent it to my screenshot and sent it to my husband and my daughter. They was like, don't say nothing. You don't want to jinx it. So I didn't. But they didn't call me back yet. So they called me the first time. I thought I was going to be on last Wednesday. They said they would get back to me, but I would do a follow-up today now that I'm thinking about it. Is it right for me? Is PressPulse AI right for me? Well, I can't see why it wouldn't be. I'm not even a part of the team. I just can't see why this wouldn't be for you. If you have a business and a story to tell, it's for you. You know what I mean? If you have a business and you have an expertise and you want to get your information out there, craft the story and tell a story. If you help the client achieve something, that's a story for you and your client, because you can include your client in that story because you help them achieve something with your business. So I can't imagine this not being for nobody in business. So I'm speaking for PressPulse on this one. Like, if you can't see it, then you might want to rethink some things. Will PressPulse write pitches for me automatically? No. It says at PressPulse AI, we encourage the responsible and ethical use of AI. Automated pitch writing is not a service we offer, as authenticity is paramount. Crafting a personalized pitch ensures the integrity of your brand and fosters genuine connections with the journalist. So it won't do it automatically, but they have a software that will do it with you. All right. Who sets PressPulse apart? What sets PressPulse apart from other Harrah agencies? Unlike Harrah agency, PressPulse AI empowers you to leverage your unique expertise for media pitching, ensuring a higher quality of engagement and cost efficiency. With PressPulse AI, You maintain complete control over your narrative, allowing for a consistent, authentic brand voice. So you get to say, this is who I am, this is what I do, and that's the difference. All right. People want to know, okay, one of the questions, what is the success rate? Press Plus has been rigorously tested across various professional fields, demonstrating a strong track record for accurately aligning profiles with appropriate media opportunities, experience, and effectiveness firsthand with free trial. Doesn't really answer the question, but try it out anyway. It's a free trial attached to it. How do I calculate my return on investment using Press Pulse? Well, consider the value of high quality backlinks. I'm telling y'all, if you want Google to crawl you, to find you, you have to have backlinks. I have 769 pages on my website. That's what I said, 769. I do not have enough backlinks for that amount of pages. So right now, this is one of my, to get exposure for the business and also to get backlinks to the website because I want Google to find me. So consider the value of high ranking backlinks, which are pivotal for SEO. I've been doing so much SEO on my site. It is crazy. I was talking to someone a couple of days ago and they were talking about adding content to their site because I was like, look, you should have content on your own site. People should be able to go to your site and read your stories too. Like you can put them on all these other platforms, but you want to drive that traffic back to your site because if all of those platforms shut down, all the content that you put out there is gone. So you want to make sure that it's on your site as well. So we were talking about that. And I was telling like all the steps I do after each episode of the show. Like I'm on there doing meta description, meta tags, tagging pictures, alt tags, redoing the most work I do on my website is my titles. My titles are the most work because I'm trying to get them to be SEO friendly. So I'm sitting there rewriting titles back and forth. Like you may see the podcast with one title and then you may go to the website and the same episode has a different title. Why? Because the podcast is on the podcast platform. They're doing all the work over there. On the website, my site, I have to make sure that the title is a SEO friendly title. So I spend a lot of time reworking the titles all over the place, like adding a word, moving the word, cutting down the links, cutting down the characters, all of these things. So I was telling him about all the work that I do for SEO for my site. And he was like, oh my God, like it's a lot. It's a lot. But anyway, is it worth the investment you're going to get? Yeah. Because right now, just to land one story that goes out to a national magazine or a national news site is going to be worth every penny because that's a backlink to you. That's exposure for your business. So I can tell you right now, they would charge a lot of money for that. Heck, I charge $350 just to write a press release and distribute it. So you talking about $29 a month, and I'm not talking about $19. Get the $29 plan, give up something, and get the $29 plan. What kind of support? This is our support ecosystem. Includes comprehensive documentation on crafting compelling pitches, a customer service team ready to address your questions and assist you throughout your journey with AI, with Press Pulse AI, and they protect your privacy. So I like it. I like what they're offering. I'm going to use them. If you don't use them, I will use them and come back and tell you about, if my story get picked. Listen, I got a lot of stories, y'all. Like for real. I have a lot of stories. But anyway, this is a site. I just wanted to share this with you this morning because, you may be looking for a way to actually grow your business and get more press for your business. And this is one of those ways for you to do that. So if you are not using PR to grow your business, you're missing out on a huge opportunity for exposure. You're missing out on a huge opportunity to build a traffic to your website. You're missing out on a huge opportunity to monetize the traffic coming to your website. So it is a lot that you're missing out on if you're not using media to help you do that. All right. So media consists of anything. It could be a magazine. It could be an article on a blog post. It could be a podcast. It could be a TV segment. Heck, it could even be you having a spot inside of a movie. It's all visibility, all of it. Like you got to think about visibility and how to be visible and how to make sure people know who you are and make sure that, you're being seen. All right. So listen, that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did enjoy this episode, be sure to subscribe to this show. We're streaming live on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and something else. I'm missing something else. Anyway, be sure to subscribe to the show. Share the show with your friends. Embed the show on your website. Share it with your team. Check out Press Pulse PR, Press Pulse AI. Check that out. They're not paying me. I just thought it was a really cool tool. Tune in tomorrow. I got a guest tomorrow. So I'll have a guest on the show with me tomorrow. So tune in. She's going to be here talking about her business and how she got started, why she got started, ups and downs, peaks and valleys, all live tomorrow. So be sure to tune in tomorrow. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. You guys stay safe out there. And until next time, my friends, make it a great day. Bye, everybody.
You've been watching or listening to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to the show today and share it with your friends by going to www.goodmorninggwinnett.com.